Good morning, all of you students. So, welcome to again lecture series on the class of the MSc Physics. And we have see here the subject is the energy study, and we want to continue the first module, that is energy resources and energy scenario. So, before starting the point, we want to summarize the lecture. So, last lecture we want to see here, or we will see here, the point is the harmful effects of the excessive emission of the greenhouse gases. So what are the effect? So that is considered as the we have create or generate the pollutions as well as greenhouse effect as well as acid rain. So consider the pollution. We have two types of the pollution, that is indoor pollution and outdoor pollution. So that pollution, because of the burning of the woods, that is the traditional process, we have extract the energy for cooking the foods. And for outdoor pollution is considered as the burning of the fossil fuels due to the cause of the emission of the toxic gases. And consider that toxic gases consider as the particulate matter, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur oxides and nitrous oxide, etc. And after that we have to see that the measures way to reduce the pollution. And after that we have to see here the points of the greenhouse effect, generally considered as the greenhouse, which is developed in the agricultural side to maintain the good climate or humidity inside this greenhouse with the protect of the outsides of the environment, or will be inside, or will be create inside the good environment as well as the warm condition in the greenhouse. And we have to construct this greenhouse used as a plain sheet or glass sheet, and which is restrict the reflected or emitted radiation from the earth surface to go into the outside of the atmosphere. And similarly in the global level, so that CO2 envelope is plays an role for this greenhouse, similarly as the greenhouse, which radiation which is emit out from the sun for in terms of the solar radiation or sun heat, which is incident on the earth surface, some radiation which is absorbed and some which is reflected. And after the absorption of radiation, some radiation is emit out, and this reflected and emit out radiation will be try to go in the outside of the atmosphere or in the atmosphere. Okay, and that CO2 envelope and greenhouse gases envelope to restrict this radiation which is of in the earth atmosphere, and this is caused due to the increase the greenhouse effect and global warming. And this is increasing the global warming, that is 0.02 degrees Celsius per decades or per years for many decades, that are rising the temperature, and which is the alarming for the melting the ice glaciers, Antarctic and Arctic, which has contained the 14% and 25% ice glaciers which has the melting. This is the alarming condition. And in this lecture, so we want to start the point of the acid rain. Okay, so generally, so this is the one of the harmful effect on the environment due to the cause of the pollution and due to the cause of the extra emission of the sulfur oxide and nitrous oxide. Or consider we have to extract the energy use of the fossil fuels, and that fossil fuels have contained the many pollutants and many compounds in the fossil fuels, and that compounds has also small amount of the sulfur oxide. and that sulfur oxide which is generate or which is emit out with the reaction of the sulfur with the oxygen molecule. So for example, consider as this sulfur, that is sulfur which is emit out from the fossil fuels, and that sulfur is reacts with the oxygen molecule, so that is O2, and which is form the compounds is SO2, or this is component of the SO2, that is known as the sulfur dioxide, and these are hazardous compounds. And the main source of this SO2 which is emit out from the source of the that electric power generation. Okay. And this sulfur is generate in the electric power plant. uh, for example, consider uh, the electricity which is harnessed with the help of the uh, burning of the coal, and that burning of the coal, so that sulfur gas or a component of the sulfur which is emit, and that sulfur which is reaction with the oxides to forms the SO2, and this SO2, and for example the emit of the nitrogen oxide or nitrous oxide which is react with the water vapor and other chemicals in presence of the sunlight, which is products, or the final product is the sulfuric acid and the nitric acid. So we have to see here deep what is mean by actually the acid rain. So consider as, for example, the sulfur oxides and nitrous oxide that react with the water vapor and other chemicals that is high in the atmosphere, that is some above the height of the earth surface, that is in the atmosphere, and that with chemicals of the atmosphere in the presence of the sunlight to form a sulfuric acid and nitric acid, and this acid cause to the effect of the acids. These are the form usually dissolved in the water, suspended water droplets in the clouds or the fogs. So that is, this reaction is takes place in the higher of the atmosphere with presence of the sunlight, and which is produced is the sulfuric acid and nitric acid. And this sulfuric acid and nitric acid, this is caused due to the which is the formed as the uh, with the suspended water droplets in the clouds and the fogs. Okay, and these fogs or clouds which is this acid loaded, the droplets are washed down onto the air on the surface of the earth with the terms of the acid rain and snow scapes, and this is the form to the air onto the soil by the rain or the snow, and this is known as the acid rain. Generally, how it is produce this sulfur dioxide or sulfur oxides or nitric oxides, which is the main source of the electric power plant as well as the industrial region. So for example, we have see the diagram of how it is working. So consider these are the suppose industry which is developed in the industrial area. And this industrial area which have the many processes on the raw material which has harnessed the energy and other byproduct, so that burning of the fossil fuel, and that other processes which is emit out the various type of the components which is pollutant for the environment, and that emission of this NO2 or SO2, so that is SO2 or NO2 which is emit in the atmosphere, and this sulfur dioxide, or suppose nitrous oxide, that reaction which is takes place, and if that SO2 which is presence of the sunlight, so the final product is acid formation is the H2SO4, and this NO2 which is with presence of the sunlight, so the formation of the acid is the H1O3. For example, consider has the above surface in the atmosphere, so that in the clouds formation of the with this acid, that is H2SO4, H1O3 and other types of the acid, and this is considered as the uh, clouds of the fogs, and this is washed down by the earth surface, and this is washed down the earth surface by the rain or no snow caps, so in terms of the rain, and this is spread over the earth surface or agricultural surface. So this is very hazardous because this is have very harmful effect on the earth surface or agricultural side, and this soil, because the main part of the or main function of the soil, that is the capable to neutralizing a certain amount of the acid, and the but if the excessive amount of sulfur which is emit out from the industry or many power plants that using the expensive high sulfur coal and has exceeded the capability of the result, and that takes in many rivers and the lakes and in the industrial areas and become the acidic to the water, and that water is have the mixture of the many acidic components, and that is the harmful effects on the marine life as well as the aquatic life, and those areas also experience the slow death of the absorption of the acid through the leaves needles of the roots of the trees. So that acid rain or acid water droplets which is absorbed in the trees, so that part is also slowly decays or dead, and which has caused to the deforestation, so that is harmful effect of the acid. So we want to need to see here, so what is the major harmful effect of the acid rain which is effect on the atmosphere or the biodiversity or the environment. So first of all, first harmful effects on the storages or reservoirs of the water, like as the lakes or the rivers or other groundwater table, and these water sources are the acidification or which is have created the pollution. Next harmful effect on the toxicity of the plants from the excessive acid concentration. Next one is the resulting of the damage to fish and the aquatic life. So this is also one of the very harmful effect on the aquatic life and the marine life. And next one is to damage to the forest and the agricultural crops, and next one is the deterioration of the materials and building and the metal surface, etc. So these are the harmful effects of the acid rain on the biodiversity as well as the good environment, and this is very hazardous effect on also agricultural side or crops or also trees or also in the human being. So we want to need to reduce the pollution because of this type of the acid rain formation, and which is directly or indirectly effect on the environment. So next one main point we have to the see here the stratospheric ozone depletion. Stratospheric ozone depletion. Stratospheric ozone depletion. So we have to idea that ozone layer present in the atmosphere roughly between the source of the 12 kilometer to 25 kilometer, and that ozone layer plays an important role to equilibrium maintaining role from the earth through the absorption of the ultraviolet UV radiation and IR radiation. So that ozone present in the stratosphere, that ozone present in the stratosphere stratosphere roughly between altitudes of roughly between altitudes of 12 to 25 kilometer, and that plays a natural and equilibrium maintaining plays a natural that plays a natural and equilibrium maintaining role for the earth role for the earth to throw the absorption of ultraviolet radiation, that is UV radiation, and also infrared radiation, so that is IR radiation. So that is, you have to know that. So that is basic idea. So that ozone layer in the stratosphere is present roughly between the region of the 12 to 25 kilometer, and you know that the sun body or sun which has emit the radiation in terms of the solar radiation or sun radiation, and this radiation which is have many types of radiation like ultraviolet radiation, uh, infrared radiation, visible radiation, near infrared radiation. So these types of the radiation, that ultraviolet radiation range and infrared radiation range, that have very long wavelength and which is hazardous to the environment or human life as well as the biodiversity or the environment. So the working function of this ozone layer, which is restrict from very high wavelength or very high frequency this ultraviolet and IR radiation to prevent the environment. But what happens when the many pollutant which is or many toxic gases which are emitted in the industrial region or many power plants, or we have need to extraction of the energy, need to the requirement of the burning of the fossil fuels or etc. So these are reduce the many greenhouse gases, and these greenhouse gases also directly impact on or effect on this ozone depletion layer. And one of the also we have to use many air conditioning equipment or refrigerating equipment. There is also use the nitrogen oxide compounds or NOx, or also CFCs, so that is chlorofluorocarbon, CFCs. So that is known as the chlorofluorocarbons. Okay, and that chlorofluorocarbons which are used in the air conditioning as well as the refrigerating equipments, and which has emit the NOx emission, are produced by the fossil fuel. So and this NOx compound which is also emit out to for the extract the energy of the biomass energy and biomass combustion process with most significant to, and this CFs which is also most significant to ozone depletion, and that is the major pollutant of NOx emission. So that we want to need to minimize the prevent of the stratospheric ozone depletion. Okay, so this is very basic idea. So that is the ozone depletion. Once again summarize. So what happens where, so that ozone depletion layer which is presence between the range of 12 to 25 kilometer, and this region which is plays a important role for the natural and equilibrium maintaining of the environment through the absorption of the ultraviolet and IR radiation. So what happens where, so we have to also use the extraction of the energy we require to burning of the fossil fuel, and also the air conditioning equipment, and also refrigerant material. So there is also CFCs, that is chlorofluorocarbons, and that, and also the biomass energy combustion. So the emission of the NOx component, that is nitrous oxide components, and which has hazardous or impactful effect on the ozone depletion layer. So we want to hear, so what is the potential solution to the environmental problem? Okay, so potential solution to environmental problems. So first main solution which has protect the environment, so that we have to need to use the renewable energy technology, use renewable energy technology. Second point what we have to need, so that is energy conservation or efficient energy utilization. So this is also potential uh, solution of the environment problems. So what is that, is the energy conservation. Energy conservation. Next solution which is use or you have to use the alternative energy sources for the transport. Alternative energy sources of transport. Next one solution which is used for the energy storage technology, we have increased or developed the energy storage technology. Energy storage technology. Next also we have to awareness of the energy education energy education and training. So right here, so next important solution to protect the environment is the energy education and training. Education and training. So this is number is fifth. Next sixth one, the solution which is also the recycling of the resources. Recycling of the energy resources. So that is mean by use the renewable energy sources which is again and again replenish. Next one is the coal cleaning technologies. Coal cleaning technology, because we have to know that many developed country, which is emission of the ca- carbon dioxide, which is 82%. So we have to use in their country, so that coal cleaning technology, that is use of the pure coal. Next one is the acceleration of the forestation. So acceleration of forestation, so that is used to increase the area of the forestation. And also here, changing lifestyle, we have to use need, so changing the lifestyle, because for example, we have to use as the government vehicles as alternative of the some personal vehicle, because that personal vehicle also emit out the many component which has caused to the pollution. And main point is we want to need the increasing the public awareness. So that is number one is increasing the public awareness. So these are the effectful potential solution which is which has helped to maintain the environment condition. So summarize, today we have to see here the concept of the acid rain and the ozone depletion, stratospheric ozone depletion. So that is acid rain due to the cause of the extra emission of the sulfur dioxide and nitrous oxide, which is forms into sulfuric acid with the in the presence of the clouds and fogs, and this is slow down on the earth surface, and which is has caused to the acid rain. And also this is the ozone depletion, which is caused to the CFCs and NOx emission of the biomass combustion, and also used in the uh, air conditional environment and the refrigerating environment, and that emission of extra gases which has caused to the depletion layer, and this is also the harming condition. So thanking of you.